previously on Memester of the Week.
Where did it go?
Currently, where did it go is in the house. And you start to see the kitchen table like start to shake.
Shit's getting too real, dude. Too real.
So Mordicai crawls under the table. Tyler, you feel something tug on you, and it kind of drags you across the room towards the door.
Outside or to another room?
It drags you towards the living room.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to act under pressure and whip out the katana and stab. Wait, is the floor made of wood?
Like you're in the kitchen, so like linoleum.
Oh, okay. Not even that. I'm gonna take my katana off and then use the sheath to try to like put it around the door frame to like kind of wedge my way so I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah. Roll act under pressure.
Here we go.
Mixed success, you drop your blunt.
Mixed success. So yeah.
Oh no.
So yeah, you definitely like you hold on and you don't go all the way into the living room.
So I'm just like, hey guys.
I'm trying to like remember what all is going on with your character.
Hey guys, it looks like the earthquake is making the house slant, so I'm falling into the living room. Please help.
His mixed failure is that he drops his joint.
Mixed success.
Yeah, I think that's what happens. Is just you drop your joint as you're like dragged across the floor.
You're still sober.
Dang. Wait, now do I let it go? Do I let go of the katana to go after the blunt?
Yeah, you either let go of the katana to go after the blunt, or
hang on. Let me get a coin. I'm gonna flip a coin to see what I do. Hang on.
Oh my god.
Tails.
Nope, that's tails. So you stay.
I stay.
Yeah, you have the wherewithal to not immediately monkey brain jump to your blunt.
Don't bad talk monkeys like that. They're smarter.
That's true. That's true.
Chimps,
Like
chimps maybe.
Just
The monkey would go for the blunt.
Maybe.
Okay, so the doors have been slammed and it's cold and the lights are flashing. Something was thrown at Dan and Mordicai. I need to separate that real hard. Mordicai was being dragged from under the table into the living room, and he stopped himself in the doorway with his sheathed katana. And back with Jurnee and Rob, you guys are kind of you've walked around the house at this point, and Rob is trying the door to the front porch, and it's still not opening. The whole house is just locked, and you're able to like see in through the living room window, and you see Mordicai just kind of like sitting on the floor. I was just like, "What the hell is he doing?"
He's checking to make sure that the airflow is going through into the living room properly. He wants to make sure that it's not just, traveling along the top of the room, that it's kind of, flowing through the whole room. So what have you been up to lately, man?
Hey man, how's it going?
How is your how are the kids? You don't have kids.
Oh well, we've been having some trouble kind of getting the guides started up, but it's been working out well so far.
The guides?
Yeah, maybe you might have heard about what happened with Willis and everything, but we were able to continue on and open up the guiding business.
Oh, yeah. So had the guys been working on that together for a while, or?
Yeah, it was kind of something that we all wanted to do for a while, and after Willis had his accident, we considered not we weren't
Just
sure if
closing it
we were
down.
we weren't sure if we were able to go on, but we were able to make it work. And
Well,
so it's starting to take off, and it's been really nice because of that.
Meanwhile, his leg flailing in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
like
this
turning
is-
the conversation
Yeah.
away.
This
from-
entire conversation is like happening
In
while
front of the
whatever the
window.
fuck happens to you guys next is going to happen. So
Yes.
this is like splitting what's going on.
Yeah, maybe I could do like a little spot on it for my YouTube channel, and maybe that would get you guys some more foot traffic. To...
Yeah, and at this, like, you notice, like, having this conversation with him that, like, Rob's looked kind of rough. Like, he just looks tired.
Mm-hmm.
But he brightens up a little bit when you say this. And he's just like, oh, yeah, that would be really nice. I think that would be a real benefit to us.
Okay, great. Yeah.
Well, having the daughter of Detective Sitwell helping us out
Oh,
would be pretty
no,
great.
it's nothing. Why don't you tell me more about your plans, kind of what you want to see in the future from your thing? Just keep talking. Just keep talking to me.
Yeah, you're having a full interview. Good. I think with that, we're gonna switch back to what the fuck is going on.
Hell.
Dan and Palmer, you just saw Mordicai getting dragged into the living room by an unseen force. What do you do?
Help.
All right, Palmer, you've gotten your footage. Please help now. And can I run over to my gun and pick it up so it's not just a loose entity?
Yeah, go ahead and run for that.
Because in the back of my head, I know that the guy who like died before got shot by a gun that the dog didn't touch. So that's present in my mind.
That's a good move.
So is there like wind? Is he clearly being grabbed and pulled by something, or is he like?
You see,
Could
like,
it be a wind current?
it would be a pretty fucking strong wind current, my guy.
Okay.
In a house.
You don't see him, like, it's not like he was like grabbed by the scruff of his shirt. You don't see like a pulling on his shirt. You see like his body just physically like move, almost like he's being pulled on like a harness or something like that.
Can you maybe try to pull him back? And I'm gonna try to do some more magic. Okay.
Dan, this is not a time for tricks. Help.
This is definitely a time for tricks.
It's got me. The earthquake has got me.
Yeah, Palmer, what do you do in this situation?
I'm gonna walk over to him and kind of like step over him and look down at like his feet and see if I can see what's going on.
Oh, so you're gonna just walk into the living room and kind of see what's up.
Like step over him.
Yeah, I want to see if I can see something grabbing onto him.
You don't see anything like around his feet or like around him.
Mm-hmm.
But you do notice in the corner of the living room, like right by the front door, you'd look over there and you'd see this kind of, it looks like another guy. He's dressed in jeans and like kind of a hunting vest. And it's strange because he looks like he's grayed out. And when you look at his face, you can't, like, you know that there should be something there on the left side of his face, but instead of there actually being any sort of detail, it's just kind of, it looks like when you put your hand in paint and then wipe it away. It's just like blurred right there.
Like smeared.
Yeah.
Smeared.
He is like standing there and he's kind of just reaching his hand out toward Mordicai and trying to, like, it almost looks like he's like pulling at the air, but not like he's not physically touching anything. Does that make sense?
No,
Sure.
Monster, my dude, my arms are getting tired. Please, what's going on?
She's gonna pick like they're like something. She's gonna pick up like a TV remote control or something and just like throw it at the dude.
You're just gonna pick something up and chuck it at him?
Yeah, she's just testing the waters, throwing pebbles at the thing in the water.
It hits the wall and like just phases through him,
Figured.
and and he notices that you just threw something at him, and so then you feel yourself kind of just get pushed back into the wall.
This is jackass. Can I roll to have any prior knowledge of what this is?
Yeah, absolutely. So that would be roll investigate a mystery.
Sick. What does an investigate a mystery failure mean? I just don't.
Pretty much, you don't get to ask a question, and something will happen. Like somebody does something as a result of it. Generally, the monster. So I'm going to read this as you try and like focus in on it and try and like think of what it is. And you just feel you're trying to like focus and like see what it is and think about what it could be and like what it's doing. And as you're like trying to focus, it tosses you into the like wall next to the chimney. So you were like almost like next to the door, against the door, and he kind of tosses you towards the wall next to the chimney, and you take 1 harm.
I ignore it.
Oh, see, there you go.
Because I am divine.
Yeah, you have the Irmer.
I do have Irmer.
So he just like tosses you, and it like would normally hurt somebody, but it just kind of rattles you to where you can't focus and like think for a second. And you were trying to use magic. What were you doing?
Yes, that's a great question. Palmer, did you like point this out to me, or would it be obvious, that figure in the corner?
I got thrown into 2 different walls, so
that's a fair point.
I would think that like you're standing in the kitchen still, but you can see that like Palmer walked into the living room and then like got thrown against a wall and heard her get thrown into another wall.
Okay, I'd like to step into the room.
Okay.
Oh, hey Dan. Bye Dan.
You see this figure. I love how everyone's just like not trying to help Mordicai up. They just step over him.
Hey Mordicai, everything's gonna be fine. Don't worry about it.
Uh-huh.
There's like a Palmer shaped hole in the wall around her. Like,
I'm gonna use magic, and I'm gonna try to communicate with something that I do not share a language with.
you haven't tried talking to it yet, though.
That's true. But maybe if I use magic, it will be a better communication.
Okay, yeah. Roll it. That's a 10. That's a complete success.
I'm on fire today.
What do you say?
What do you want?
The like grayed out man just kind of looks at you, and he realizes that you spoke directly to him, and it sounds like he hasn't spoken in a while, so it's a little gravelly, and he just goes, "Robert, where is Robert?
Why do you want him?"
Because he did this," and he like points to his face.
Can we hear this conversation, or do we understand this? Do I understand this?
Yeah, he's speaking English. I don't think it would be. Yeah, like you would be able to hear it. So the success of his use magic is that the spirit actually pays attention to what he's saying and is willing to communicate. Otherwise, anything like a regular human would say would just be completely ignored.
So I can hear it, I just can't see it. Okay.
I mean, the only reason you can't see it is because you're turned the other way.
No, yeah, I know. So I have no idea this is an apparition at all.
I mean, like, it's been long enough at this point, you could try and get up.
Is he still holding me?
I don't think so. I think when he, like, grabbed Palmer and moved her, then you stopped getting pulled.
Okay, I'm going to get up. Where's my blunt at this time?
In the kitchen, like 3 feet away from the underside of the table.
All right, I'm going for the blunt.
Okay, great. Dan.
Do I have time to ask any more questions? What is your name?
He kind of like blanches at that because I did. He says, Willis. He throws you against the wall also.
Ah. How do I resist that?
It's not really I'm not doing it to do damage or kick some ass. So it's not something that you necessarily need to resist.
Like a soft press.
What you can do, like, he's going to like toss you back against the wall anyway. What you can do is like try and come forward out of that and out of being held. And if that's your question, then that would be, I keep going back to the hunter move reference. I think that would be a act under pressure roll.
Yeah. You're trying to outsmart or outstrength this.
Yeah. What I'm doing in like a metagame sense is every time he moves something, then the last thing that he was grabbing or moving, if it was like being held in place, it is no longer like held. So he can only like
Palmer is free.
Yeah, like affect one thing at a time.
Mm.
Yeah, I'll just let myself get held for now. If I'm not like being attacked, if it's just like
soft
sort of
press.
Like soft press.
I think I'm just gonna oops.
Fuck.
I'm like looking for something that I think would help. I guess I'm like searching through the cupboards. I'm just gonna oops, looking around.
You oops, and you kind of like brush your hand across the stove and you grab a cast iron skillet.
That's an important item.
You don't necessarily know how it's useful or important, but it is.
So I pick up this skillet, and deep within my heart of hearts, I know that either I need to make a killer breakfast or this is something that I can use to help the others. So, ignoring my munchies, I'm going to take the skillet and run into the other room, and I'm going to, without even thinking, without even processing what I'm looking at, as soon as I enter the room and I visualize the thing attacking the homies, I'm going to throw the skillet at the thing. I'm going to kick some ass. Yeah.
Okay, that's a 7. On a 7+, you and whatever you're fighting inflict harm on each other. The amount of harm is based on established dangers in the game. Yep. Okay, so you guys inflict harm on each other. So what happens is, Mordicai, you run in.
Yes.
And you throw this skillet across the room at this gray specter. And at the same time, he sees something like coming towards him, and he kind of locks eyes with you. And so he tosses Dan and throws him into you for 1 harm, while the skillet hits him and passes through him, and he dissipates.
He literally hit motherfucker with another motherfucker.
Yes. Yeah, he dissipates, and the lights go back to normal.
Sweet. So the 2 magic people couldn't do shit, but I got a skillet.
And the skillet hits the door and kind of dents it. And I think at that point, Rob and Jurnee are just like, what the fuck is that? Because they just heard...
I can't come up with an excuse for that.
They just heard a cast iron skillet clearly hit his door, and he's right outside of his door.
Is he gone?
Yeah, he dissipated.
Yeah, he's gone.
Like, completely?
The lights are back to normal. And Jurnee, you're outside, so you'd notice this, that the clouds are starting to kind of part.
Okay.
And you don't hear thunder anymore.
Okay. That didn't sound good. Maybe we should go inside and see what's going. Is the door unlocked? And I reach for the door.
Yeah, and Rob checks the door, and it's unlocked.
Okay.
And so Rob and Jurnee walk in, and Rob kind of like kicks his skillet out of the way as he crosses into the door. And he's just like, what the hell is going on in here?
The bits of wall crumbling around Palmer as she is stuck in the wall.
Yeah, Rob just walked in and is asking you what happened.
So what, does he like see Dan on top of me and sees Palmer in the wall?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna start like awkwardly getting off of Mordicai. Sorry, bro.
Bro.
good bruising.
Good lord.
Just right out the gate. Don't address anything.
Get out. Get out of my house right now.
It's like trying to get the police.
I'm calling the cops. Get the hell out of my house right now.
I walk over to Palmer and I'm like trying to dust some of the extra piece of drywall off of her to get her off of the freaking wall.
She approaches yonder dude, and I'm gonna use soothe. When I talk to someone for a few seconds,
Just
in a quiet voice, I can calm them down, blocking any panic, anger, or other negative emotions. This works even if the thing that have freaked them out is still present, as long as your voice can be heard.
So yeah, what do you say?
Your involvement in what happens from now on can bring great peace to you and all those around you if you cooperate.
It sounds like a threat.
It does, but
It
she's
does.
using soothe, and that's just how she talks. As Sarah has established, she just talks like she's threatening people all the time.
Yes.
Rob's really into that passive aggressive.
It doesn't say that I have to say soothing things, just in a quiet voice.
Yeah, it's just like it automatically works.
Yep.
So you
Dan's
don't
like,
have to care about
"Work?"
people. I'm reading this as you don't have to care about people's feelings because you're used to dealing with Fae,
Mm.
and everyone can just like kind of say whatever, and it's cool.
Yeah, she's not here to spare any feelings. She just needs things to not disrupt her mission, and getting arrested and this dude freaking out would disrupt the mission. So
Yeah, and so he takes a breath and says, "Okay, Willis," and he goes and like sits down on his couch and like kind of puts his head in his hands. Willis was my friend.
Did something happen?
So a few months ago, we were starting to try and open up Hunt's Trail Guides. But at first it wasn't going to be called that. Willis was our partner, and he was insisting that he had his name as top billing. He wanted to call it Murphy's Hunts. And some of our partners took exception to that. Ben and David Price also. And so they got in this big fight, and there was an accident. After that happened, we all got together and we took Willis to his house in the forest. We took him to his hunting house and we buried him.
there was, this is not me in character, but there was an accident and then he ended up dead. I think that's just a murder. I think he just admitted to murder. Can I check?
Yeah, well, hold on a second, because
He admitted to his involvement.
He just admitted to being involved in murder.
yeah, but don't I already know all of this stuff because of the like whole my dad is.
You just know from the like Willis situation.
Hold on,
Yeah.
I'm confused.
Okay.
I thought they found him dead.
No, that was Ben Phillips.
He's a different guy.
Oh
Yeah.
no, that's a different person. Oh no. Okay, so the person who died at the beginning of the mystery was not
Yeah.
what's his name? It was Ben.
Yeah, it was Ben,
Okay.
who Robert just named as one of his business partners.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So Willis the ghost is going around fucking up the people who dang killed him.
Yeah, I guess my question is like the Ben guy who died is like the first person that we know about that like died, right?
Yeah.
So like the fact that he just said Willis, like they just dead ass buried this guy is news to me because we should know that somebody else is dead, but
Yeah.
then we never found out.
You know that your dad was investigating what happened to Willis Murphy,
Oh really?
and that
I thought we were just doing the Ben thing.
Ben's the most recent thing.
Yeah, Ben is the most recent thing, but what happened to Willis Murphy happened a few months ago, and
Oh.
he went like missing.
Is Palmer's camera still recording?
Hey.
Actually, as much as I want to say yeah for sure, getting thrown into
You did get like thrown into 2 walls.
Yeah, but isn't recording something like a toggleable thing?
sure, but it might. I don't think it would have stayed in her hand, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like it could just be on the floor somewhere.
You can flip a coin, or you can do a die roll and see if it's still recording or not.
Here's my thing. I think it's for sure still recording, unless I think
Yeah.
the only way it could not be recording is if I got like a bad luck point or something, and you as the DM told me that it
Yeah.
got turned off. But I was recording earlier. I didn't turn it off. I think the only thing that makes sense though is I can't picture her getting thrown into a wall and still just being like holding it, pointing at something, you know? Like I think it's probably on the floor pointed at something, just like, you know, the legs of a chair.
Yeah, it's just
my,
picking up audio, right?
yeah, my concern is probably still getting
Still
the
getting audio though.
Yeah.
That is the important thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he doesn't know that this is recording either,
Yeah, he don't.
Yeah.
because
Ooh.
arguably you don't necessarily know if it's still recording, but it is.
Sure.
Did he say the names of the people who were involved just now? How many names did he say?
Yeah, he listed him and his partners. He said Ben and David Price.
I feel like
I
this
found the
is.
Pop-Tarts,
I
by the way.
get that this guy's kind of confiding in us, but him just literally admitting to murder to a bunch of random people seems like a really bad move on his
Well,
Fey magic.
You-
Fey magic.
He's very
mean-
comfortable now.
one Fey magic. 2, you just listed the name of his dead friend.
Yes, that he had a hand in killing.
Yeah. You
Potentially.
specifically asked him if he knew Willis, the name of his dead friend, who he was just talking about with you, Jurnee, and talking about how Abby
Yeah.
was also like gone, and then there was an accident with Willis, or that
Right.
something happened with Willis.
Can I ask a question then?
Yeah.
Okay. So you told me about how Willis had this dog, right?
Yeah, Abby.
What happened to Abby? If it's okay.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. A couple months, maybe a month before the accident, Abby was Willis's hunting dog,
Okay.
and one night they went out on a hunt, and Abby didn't come back.
Mm.
And we tried looking for her for a little while, and we just never found her.
Did Willis say what happened to her, or did he just say that she got away from him? Or
He just said that she got away from him while they were in the woods, and
okay.
just wasn't able to find her after that.
What kind of hunting dog?
I actually specifically did write this down.
I couldn't help but laugh when you asked if it's okay. Like, hey, I know you're probably real stressed out about having just admitted to murder, but if it's okay, what else did you kill?
If it's okay, what about that dog, though?
I don't know. You just said that he was like traumatized
No,
and
no.
didn't want to talk about his whole other situation, so try not to make him more traumatized. Man, I don't know. I don't even know what's happening.
Jurnee, you got a good heart, dude. Good vibes. Keep on keeping on.
Okay. Abby is a boosteron. So you just talked to him about this. Do you have any more questions?
Where did you bury Willis?
I couldn't do it. I went with them, but David and Ben were the people who took him inside. I don't know what they did with him after that. I don't want to know what they did with him after that.
Can you tell us where David lives?
Why? Why do you need to know?
We're concerned that you guys might be in danger.
And we're looking for Abby as well.
Yeah.
Not alive.
Yeah, I mean, like, those are both good things. And if you hadn't already used Soothe, I would say manipulate someone. But you already used Soothe, and so he's pretty chill in this kind of like,
Reliable.
situation. Yeah, he realizes like, oh, some weird shit has been happening this afternoon, and perhaps it's time to be honest.
Maybe he's even connecting the dots that the people who are involved.
Yeah, because he did just like does know that his other friend just died, like
His other
a
friend
few
just
days
died.
ago.
Weird thing happened to him that he doesn't totally get. There's a
Yeah.
dog, so maybe the things are connected in a back
Yeah.
of the brain kind of way.
Yeah, he's kind of putting those things together. When Dan says that he might be in danger, and so might David, he's like, "Oh, yeah, okay." And he like takes out a little pen and like a pad off of his like coffee table and writes down the address for you and hands it to you.
Sweet. And then, so Robespierre, my dude, can you also possibly give us one of your trail guides and kind of mark out where Ben
cabin?
last saw cabin and where Ben last saw Abby, the general area?
That's smart.
You mean Willis? Yeah.
Yes.
Willis.
Willis.
I don't have one on me, but if you go to the store, you'd be able to pick one up. David might even be there. He tends to kind of hang out and manage the store during the day. Today was just my off day.
Thanks, buddy. I give him a big slap on the back, tell him to chin up. You'll be all right, bud.
Yeah. Thank you, 20-year-old college student.
22, but you didn't know that. That's cool.
You look like you want to ask a question.
Well, I kind of am like, he could still die? So, like, shouldn't I, like, be like, hey, friendo, you want to be in some protective custody for a few days until we figure out what the fuck is happening? Because I don't want him to get killed by this thing that we don't know what's going on situation. Yeah. So, but, like...
Should we involve the police, though?
You could talk to your dad about that. I think that is a reasonable thing to ask. Phil, were you like kind of thinking something along the same lines?
I was just going to tell him if anything weird starts happening with the lights or if it feels a cold chill to go get help.
Okay, yeah. That's
or
good.
Or run away. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to give him the skillet. I'm going to pick up the skillet and be like, you should keep this on you at all times.
He's like,
listen, Rob, there's someone out there who wants to hurt you, probably wants to kill you. Mr. Phillips, whatever his name was, they got to him first, and you're on that list.
Yeah, and I think that he just like looks kind of pale, like you just see the color drain out of his face when that happens.
Can I ask a question? Do you know anyone who might like because I'm still big denial. Mm-hmm. Do you know anyone who didn't like your guys' group or your plan at all for this whole thing? Like any enemies that you might have?
Meanwhile, like me and Dan are just being like, how do we break the news?
We have some footage to review in the van.
And Rob just is kind of like, well, I mean, not many people. Well, there was that bitch, Emma Robbins. She...
Damn.
That bitch, Carol Baskin.
That bitch, Carol Baskin.
Who is this character based on?
Oh my god. Are we role-playing the Tiger King? Is that what's happening right now?
She was constantly trying to cause problems for Willis and the rest of us. She's always been just highly against hunting.
Listen to me, Rob. If you feel off, you take that frying pan and you start running. Run to someone you trust and stay safe.
Okay.
Don't write anything off because crazy shit's going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, isn't there... Jurnee, your dad works with the police department. Do you think he could do anything to help?
Anyone got a piece of paper and a pen?
Yeah, right here. And he hands you
just
the notepad that he just wrote on.
Okay.
Like 2 minutes ago.
Here's my dad's phone number, his cell phone. Give him a call later, and he might be able to do something for you as far as maybe keeping a watch out by your place. I can't guarantee anything. I might need to talk to him later too, but it's worth a try, I guess. Especially if something goes wrong, call him, Okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go have a drink.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, we should go. Let's go.
Yeah, we're gonna leave now.
Yep.
Oh, we can't have a drink with Rob?
No, you're not welcome. Let's go.
Wow, okay.
You frying panned his door. Please leave.
Pick up your fatty, Mordecai. Pick up your fatty and let's go.
And you see Rob like get up and he starts to walk to the kitchen, and then he like turns around and walks back and picks up the frying pan and then brings it into the kitchen with him.
He's gonna wake up from this charmed and be like hypnotized and like not really get it, but for some reason he has to have the frying pan with him at all times.
Yeah.
Yep.
Why do I have this? Why do I
Did
need
he tell us where the cabin was?
He said that you could
go get a map?
you could get a map at Hunt's Trail Guides.
Gotcha.
Dope.
Okay, so are we leaving the premises?
Yeah, he told you to leave.
Okay.
He told you get out of my house, please.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. We're leaving now.
Peace, Robespierre. Stay safe, bud.
Yeah, so you guys walk out of the house and you're walking towards the van.
So guys, I think somebody's trying to kill this guy.
It was a ghost.
The guy this guy killed is trying to kill this guy, Jurnee.
Huh?
The guy this guy killed is trying to kill this guy.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, I know a really good illusion when I see one. Like, there was some cool projector stuff going on in there.
True. Jurnee, big respect to you, bro, but you were not there, so...
I mean, but like,
You know.
I saw the thing phase through the dog. Like, it wouldn't just phase through a dog if it was an actual dog. It was
Did you
probably
see me
just
cast a magic spell that banished the magic dog?
I did not. I don't know what that's about. I don't know what,
Yeah,
I
you
don't know
were
what he's
busy.
saying in that.
Mordecai gets a pass. You saw it.
Jurnee, I'm not saying magic's real. I'm just saying ghosts are real, my dude.
Okay, listen to him.
Backtrack.
You guys know my show, right?
I definitely know your show. Big fan. And as a fan, I respect you. I'm going to tell you
Thank
right
you.
now.
Please get in the van.
Yeah.
We get into the vehicle.
We're driving wherever we're driving next. We're having this
put
conversation.
a strong hand
Grocery store.
on her shoulder,
Grocery store.
Store.
and I put the camera in her hand, and I have opened up to the part where things are being thrown around, where you see Mordecai being dragged across the floor with an invisible force, because I was still in control of the camera during all that.
Yeah.
All of that
See,
is
Jurnee, you see, right?
clear.
Big zoinks,
It
right?
is in clear view in this camera.
Guys, there's got to be an explanation for this. It's clearly like invisible fishing wire that was pulling on his leg before. I've seen it all the time in the movies. Like, how else do they do it?
Jurnee, maybe you haven't been in as many like tense situations as I have, but fishing wire has a very distinct feel when you're getting tripped by it, and I know that was not fishing wire. Trust me.
Yeah, and
Okay.
at what point, my dude, would they have put fishing wire on my leg?
Yeah.
I mean, but like, let's be honest here. Who am I going to trust? This random guy who drove here from who knows where, or all of my years of research that I've done for my YouTube project? Like, I've been
don't-
there.
You
I-
don't. You don't trust me.
Okay, in my defense, I did meet you like a little while ago, kind of just out in the woods. So I don't know where you're from.
Oh, no. Dude, what? Jurnee's just burning bridges right now?
Guys, I'm a little stressed, okay? Like I've seen lots of stuff designed to like freak people out, but I've never seen any kind of like plot to actually, murder someone. And so I'm a little on edge right now, okay?
Wait. She saddles her over and she says, regardless, look at this content. Is this not the best shit we've gotten in like months?
I mean,
Can't post that.
yeah, and that's why I'm freaking out a little bit, because I can't screw this up. Like, this could be the thing that gets me to the top tier of YouTubers.
This could give me the diamond play button.
Yeah,
No,
what
I
that
do not
diamond
consent.
button.
Then we play into it. We do what good performers do, and we buy the bit for as long as we can. so that we get more content.
Okay, but I don't want to lie to my viewers much.
We could twist the angle as we see fit in post.
Okay.
Literally,
I'm
the name of one of Jurnee's moves will fix it in post.
yeah. It's actually one of my moves. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, how is that a move in the game?
Whenever you can use anything you could have conceivably have recorded as evidence for investigate a mystery, allowing you to check previous interviews, attack sites, and so on, all from the comfort of your laptop.
Yeah.
You have
So we
a
don't
move-
necessarily have to
you
go
have a
back to
move that
places.
relates to the footage that I take.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so good. Sick.
Okay. I
Yeah.
see your point, and I think that we should keep going with this. But like, if it gets too crazy, I gotta tell my dad. Like, this is we're not like we're not magical crime fighting heroes. Like, we can't just
Well,
injure these.
Dan sweating.
Speak for yourself.
we're definitely not.
I don't know. You notice I have a sword. So
Yeah, Mordicai has a sword.
That's.
So if anyone's suspicious, it's him.
I mean, agreed. Here I am, still in a van with you guys. But I mean, I have to admit, since you guys have been here, I've gotten some of the best content in my entire career as a YouTuber. So,
Just like
not complaining.
you're welcome.
take a second to upload it to the cloud so there's not some ridiculous situation where the camera's destroyed and it's all lost. Thanks.
That's just a good idea.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where is
'Cause,
the
like,
cloud?
I would hate to do that to you, but I would do that to you.
I know. And it almost seems unfair, but we have established that we are in the modern age and things like that can be done. So
Yeah, things fucking break, and the world that you live in is dangerous and full of terror, and some of those terrors are losing footage.
losing data.
Who does the cloud work for?
Dan, it's not a real
What's
cloud.
their agenda? I need to know.
I didn't say it out
Well,
loud.
obviously it's
I
a
didn't
metaphor.
say I'm going to.
Dan, you know Cloud Strife, right?
I'm familiar with those two words individually. Like, there's things up there and also trouble. Sorry.
Nah, you got me, Dan. I
What
don't
are
know
you
what to do with
I don't
that.
know.
I don't know what to do with that.
And with that, we do a beautiful fade as the van disappears in the sunset.
Driving
I'm
across town.
about to explain
Yes.
Final Fantasy to Dan while he's driving. And Jurnee and Palmer are in the back fucking
I mean-
editing their YouTube channel.
2 more blunts and you could do it.
Oh no.
That's a good way to, I guess.
Yeah.